into the topic and this video, I just want to remind that this channel is not a replacement for your own therapy. If you feel like you're in a state of crisis and need immediate help, please call 911 or your local mobile crisis number. And if you find this content encouraging, helpful, clarifying for you, certainly like and subscribe to this channel for more content. And if you're a Connecticut or Tennessee resident and would like to reach out to me, see if we would be a good fit working together, certainly visit my website, www.plumeriacouplescounseling.com. I've got the link in the description below. Feel free to visit that website and get in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you. So now on to the topic of today. I just want to hop on here real quick and answer a question that I've heard come up over the years of my time working with couples, and that is, what's the point of going to the painful, hard things that seem to just create more pain between the both of us? Like, why even go there? It seems like it just gets worse when we start to go there, which is a valid question. And wondering why does my counselor keep bringing me back to this place that feels horrible? Aren't we supposed to just learn new tools and get better from here? And so I just want to touch on that. The reason why a couples counselor is going to take you to those pain places. And the first is that, and something my supervisor, one of my supervisors has always told me, is that on the other side of pain and fear is longing and desire. If we don't clearly know and understand what the pain point is and what our fears are in the relationship, we're not going to have clarity on what our longing is and what it is that we need to really ask our spouse for, how we need to invite them in. And so when we don't understand that, right, the moves we make in those disconnecting moments, whether it's, like we withdraw, shut down, maybe we pursue and we really ask for what we need, maybe we can get critical and demanding, and it can get intense. Those are all moves that we're making to cope with that pain point, that ouchy spot that's surfacing. And so when your counselor is taking you to those really painful places, it's with a lot of intention and a lot of purpose to help the both of you get clearer on what your longing is in that place. And a lot of times for us, we don't know clearly what that is because parts of us try and keep us from those painful places because it hurts and we've got to function throughout the day. And so it makes so much sense that parts of us aren't going to let us access that all the time because it is really hard and we do need to function throughout the day. So that's our job, where we slow it down and we create a safe environment for us to be able to go into that and get crystal clear on what is happening in there so that you know how to clearly communicate your need, beyond just, like I need you to do the dishes or I need you to help out in certain ways. Those are really important. But there's a deeper ask in those moments where a lot of times we're reaching for a deeper message, right? More to the core of I just need to know that I really matter to you, that you really care about me and you're going to be there for me even in these places where I feel like I'm not my best and I can't show up in the best version of myself. The second part of this is that in therapy, a part of our job, right, is to be able to help you have a new experience together. Not just to tell you what to do and advice and homework and new ideas. Those are all great, but they tend to be Band-Aids in the process, right? Our job, right, is that when we get you to those painful places and that difficult and hard emotion is online, change happens when you have a new experience in that place with your partner or spouse. When you see them show up for you in a new way in the places that are scary for you to touch on, maybe for you even as an individual to touch on that yourself, let alone invite another person into those places. That's where we have a new experience, a new change that ends up being longer lasting. And then we can put structures into place, right, of what we need to do to be able to continue to have opportunities where you can go to these hard places together and engage with each other in a way, right, that's sustaining the relationship, and where you're really getting a sense of security with the both of you. Right? And so those are just two main highlights I wanted to touch on as to the purpose and intention behind bringing you back to those painful places. And admittedly, as a counselor in this field, we can have moments of feeling like, oh my gosh, it feels mean to like bring you back to these places that hurt so much, right? And parts of ourselves can kind of maybe have that tendency of like, we want to just kind of give you the tools that's going to help you get to the other side to feel good. But that's not what's going to be providing lasting change. And so that's why it's important for us to go into those painful places together, so that you have a new experience in that and gain confidence that, hey, I can show up with the messiest, most painful parts of myself and experience love and support and being seen in those places. That's where we gain that sense of security and build a safe attachment, right, between yourself and the other person who matters so much to you. So I hope that helps clarify the intention behind why we go to those places. I know it can be scary touching in on those things, especially when it's like, oh, it just seems like it makes things worse. And those are the very places that we need to go in order for healing and lasting change to happen. I hope you all have a great day. I hope this was helpful.